Hi guys, Jane here, and today I am going to talk about the 5 things that I love about ghostwriting. If you've been following my video so far, I've been ghostwriting um, regularly since 2016. I started in 2014 and stopped, and then started again in 2016. So I've been doing it right now. It's 2018, and so for about 2 years I've been doing it really regularly. I ghostwrite about 3 hours a day, 5 days a week ish. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. I'm also a novelist on the side, so one of the challenges I do face is getting my own work out there as well as getting the ghostwriting done. I ghostwrite through Fiverr, and overall it's a great experience and I do enjoy ghostwriting. So here are my top 5 things that make ghostwriting totally worthwhile for me. And I do have notes, so I hope you don't mind that I'm referring to them. Number 1, I've learned so much and gained so much experience. One of the great things about ghostwriting is I'm on deadline, so I have to produce. I can't procrastinate. I'm kind of a natural procrastinator. So if I was writing my own stuff, I'm not sure I'd be able to sit in my office 3 hours a day and write. But, I can because I have to, because I have clients depending on me. You can't push back a deadline like you can for yourself. If I say, oh, I'm going to write for 3 hours today and I don't, the only thing that didn't happen is my novel didn't get written. Whereas, if I don't do it for a client, I'm disappointing the client and I can get negative reviews and I can get canceled orders and it's really bad. So, I've written way more than I probably would have if I hadn't become a ghostwriter. And I've also really expanded what I've written. So, as a novelist, I mostly write romance. I write mostly under Jane, and then I also have a pen name Emma. And Emma stuff is sweet and clean romance, whereas Jane is my more steamy romance generally. But that's what I do. I'm a romance girl. But because I'm a ghostwriter, I ghostwrite a little bit of everything. So I've had people contact me for science fiction stuff. I've had them contact me for mystery type stuff, nonfiction, fetishy stuff. I mean, the list goes on. And I've learned so much about myself and so much about writing by, writing for all these people. I've really gotten out of my comfort zone and it's been a great experience. I definitely recommend it if you want to just learn how to write better. Being a ghostwriter, you cannot beat that when it comes to getting experience, except maybe having a day job that is like writing. Okay, so number 2, I love my customers, most of them. We're going to talk about the customers a little bit and the things I don't love, but for the most part, I have amazing customers. Many of them I've been working with basically since I started ghostwriting, some all the way back from 2014. When I came back, I contacted them and said, hey, if you're still interested, I'm still here. And some of them have followed through and come along with me on my journey. I have really, really great clients for the most part. The long-term ones, I love. Some of them I'm on a first name basis with, and I legitimately feel happy when I get their orders. I'm like, oh, we're doing this again. And I'm so excited to deliver it. I generally know what they are looking for, and so I'm trying to write exactly what they want. So I legit love my clients. They're great, the long-term ones. And I should add, I'm not really taking new clients right now, so almost all of my clients are long-term clients. Number 3, you get instant feedback. Especially when I was kind of a newer writer, this was really important because I didn't know very much about my strengths and weaknesses. I'd put a novel out and I'd get some reviews, but a lot of people don't review novels, and so I didn't ever know if I was writing well or not. I just had the editor to tell me, and the problem with editors is you're paying them, so sometimes they're not always maybe as honest as they could be. And the other thing is you don't necessarily know how much background and talent your editor has. Whereas with a client, they tell me if I'm not doing the job that they want me to do. One thing I've learned very much through my ghostwriting is that I'm a terrible underwriter. So I tend to focus mostly on dialogue and action, and I've had to learn to slow down my pacing. And I've had to learn to, add a little more detail here and there because that's something that I struggle with as a writer. And so that's been really eye-opening for me. Just getting that instant feedback of here's what here's what you need to do differently, or how to be a stronger writer. This is what's not working for me. This is how I need you to fix the story. So that's been really amazing. Number 4, and this is kind of a goofy one, but for me it's huge. It's validation. So if you've been following my channel, you probably know that I am not a full-time writer. I actually have a day job, and I do earn money, like enough to have to pay taxes on my novels, but I'm definitely not a 6-figure author. And sometimes it's really disheartening to not be where you want to be in your novel writing career. And like, even though I generally get good reviews, I sometimes just doubt myself. I don't know if it's imposter syndrome or what, but I'm just like, I've got these books out. I feel like I should be a full-time writer by now, but I'm not. And on that note, a lot of it I think has to do with my genre and stuff like that. And I'm not great at writing to market. I don't like to write to market. I like to write what I want to write, and there's just not always a lot of buyers for that. So one thing that's great about ghostwriting is you get that validation. You get to see people. It's kind of like feedback. It's like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted. This is so great. Thank you so much. And people are really legit grateful that you wrote something so good for them, that you tried and that you really put that out there. And, it makes me feel like I'm a good writer, even if, it's been a rough week and I had a 3-star review that basically was like, meh, this book sucks. Or 1-star review even, this book isn't great. Well, I know I'm a good writer because my clients tell me, and they keep coming back and they keep paying me, and they wouldn't do that if I wasn't a good writer. So I think it helps you keep perspective, because I think a lot of us have self-doubt as writers. It's like, am I just faking it? Am I really a writer? And the answer is yes, you're really a writer, but I understand where you're coming from, and ghostwriting, assuming, you are good, is a great way to get that validation of people saying, 5-star review, this is great stuff, keep it up, I'm going to order again. And the final thing that is really, really great about ghostwriting, number 5, is the money. Now, I've talked a little in other videos that I don't make maybe as much as it would be nice to make, but it is instant. Like, I know going out on a project what I'm going to be making. I know when I'm going to be making it, and it's a sure thing. When you write novels, that's not the case. You put hours and hours and hours. Right now it takes me about 3 to 4 months, I would say, to write a novel, maybe a little longer. And I never know when I'm done if I'm going to make money off of it and how much I'm going to make. I can kind of guess, but some books have surprised me. I wrote one that I thought would really sell well, and it has been my lowest seller. I was so excited to put it out, and it just kind of crickets everywhere. So there's no guarantee when you're a novelist. You are paid based on royalties, and sometimes you think a book's going to do really well, and it just doesn't. Whereas with ghostwriting, I know how much I'm going to make. I know when I'm going to make it, and it is a sure thing. So I know when I'm putting in the work that work is not going to go to waste. So those are my top 5 great things about ghostwriting and the things that I just love. My next video is going to be the 5 things I don't love. So if you're thinking about ghostwriting, make sure you tune into that and hear kind of the downsides of ghostwriting. Also, if you're interested, I'm going to link my book on ghostwriting below. Feel free to check it out. I believe it's on Kindle Unlimited. A lot of my books are, but not everything is, and I don't think I've taken that one wide yet. It probably will go wide eventually, but I think it's Kindle Unlimited right now. So if you have a Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free. We're August 2018, so who knows what'll happen in the future. But yeah, if you're interested, check that out. If this was a helpful video, hit like. If you want more content, hit subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. All right, guys, thanks. Bye.